Hello, everybody. I think we should be live. It's hard to say. I am like 90% sure we're live. I am not confident though. But we are gonna go ahead and get started here shortly. Just gotta make sure I send the post out. I will say, Blue Sky has been disappointing me lately of the social medias. But that'll be something we can talk about after we get into the game. So, of course, you can always feel free to tell me how your guys' day was. My day was pretty good, all things considered. I worked today, which, crap, I probably shouldn't show this on stream, huh? Um, we are going to go to
Do
this.
this. Why not? You
Okay,
guys can see my face.
hi.
Hi.
Because
Because
I
I
gotta
gotta
log
log
in.
in.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
I
I
should
should
show
show
that
that
stuff.
stuff.
Alright,
Alright.
this
This
is
is
a
a
very
very
calming
calming
login
login
screen.
screen.
Okay,
Okay, that
that should
should
be
be
good
good
now.
now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
now
now
let
let
me
me
switch
switch
this
this
back to
back
the
to the
game.
game.
Alright. Admit I don't play this game very much. I just it's just not a game I prioritize in my life really. But I do enjoy it when I do play it. But my main goals for today is just to kind of mess around, maybe do some dailies, and just overall have a good time. uh, as the title says, it's just kind of messing around time. Mess around and talk about life. Uh, speaking of enjoying life, why is my controller not working? God damn it! Hold on. Hopefully this is just a settings thing and not what I thinking it going to be. Okay, thank God. It's just a settings thing. Sometimes it likes to disconnect. Um, but yeah. But yeah, no. So my day was good. I think it went away. I think it was like a net lizard. But yeah, no, my day was pretty good so far. I say so far while the day is pretty much over, considering it's almost midnight. But I'm playing Kingdom Hearts. I'm trying to use Kingdom Hearts controls where circle is jump in Kingdom Hearts, but it literally does nothing in this game except for grab items when they're there. But yeah, so my day was good. Like I said, I worked mostly, and then yeah, we can take him. I'm gonna switch to in combat especially. I like this character more. Crap. I gotta get out of here. But yeah, so did that, and then but yeah, so I went and did that with work and all that. Is this worth grabbing? I might as well. Okay, we're gonna do this. Like having a good mix of characters in this game. Because obviously I have the main character. this girl, who is my main combat character, because I really like her fighting style. Just the constant damage is nice. And then player character, obviously, because I like their outfit. It's a nice little outfit. And obviously, it's the first character you get, so I feel like it feels weird to not use them. At least a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, and then but yeah, so like I said, I have this character because she's the first character you get, obviously. And then I have this character for more of my combat scenarios. I like using her for battle. And then I have Noelle here. She's kind of my heavy attacker. So when battles really start going south, I just start going absolutely ham. But and then there's Jean, who is another attacking character because I also like how her combat is. Mostly just the I like sword combat, if that isn't obvious. But yeah. But speaking of living life, though, it is officially Pride Month, which is exciting, even with the state of the world being the state of the world. Oh wait, hold on. Combat. Kill it. Kill it with electricity. Come on, take it out. But I'm trying a little bit of a different setup today, if you guys haven't noticed. Um, One, because I didn't like how I had my other microphone, so I'm trying a different microphone this time. Mostly because of the positioning of it. Because I'm trying one that's actually on my headset versus the Yeti Orb on my desk. Because that way, hopefully, you guys aren't hearing my button mashing so much, and hopefully, since it's closer to my mouth, you guys can actually hear my voice and stuff better. Not that I should really look back at my streams and see if that was even a problem. But it might have been. I don't know. Why is there just random books here? Is this normal in this game? Oh well. But yeah, state of the world is yeah interesting. Don't want to dwell on that too much because I know some people come to streams to get away from all that stuff. Oh, okay. I guess I attacked the barrels. Get off the cliff. I love defeating enemies like that. Are they still? Are still? Did they survive? Okay, I was gonna say it will. Wait. Oh my god. I think they survived. Their tracker's still down there. Mother fricker, did you survive? Where you at? Well, here's their stuff. Yeah. So I guess they didn't. These guys are alive though. But yeah, no, like I said, so hopefully this way you don't hear my button mashing as much because it's further away from my controller. And hopefully you can hear my voice better because it'll be closer to my actual face. Which I don't know if that was a problem, but I feel like it might have been because I wasn't paying that close attention to my voice. So hopefully this works better. If not, I'll just have to get better stuff or a better setup. But yeah. But like I was saying though, Blue Sky turned out to be very disappointing, at least for me. In more as time has gone on, because obviously in the beginning it was really promising, a promising competitor to Twitter, and then all of a sudden it just went like immediately stagnant. Because like one of the, it just the main thing is it just lacks features that at least I consider fundamental to like a post-based social media. Like for example, you still can't bookmark anything. I'm gonna battle with Gene here just to differentiate it. Oh my god. Okay, come on. All right. But yeah, no Blue Sky. Like for example, you still can't bookmark anything, which I feel like should have been one of the first things to get added. And then also, this isn't as crucial in my opinion. Like I can see why they might not want to do it, but another thing that I think is just weird that they don't have is the ability to schedule posts, and especially with like how many artists and stuff have flocked there, or at least had flocked to there. I guess it might have changed in the time since, because I stopped posting on any social media for a while, and then now kind of started to get back into it, mostly because I kind of have to if I'm going to be streaming and stuff. Um, but with, but like as I've gotten back onto, as I've been getting back into like social media and stuff, Blue Sky is just, I'm not entirely sure what happened. If maybe there's a reason for it, but it feels like I said, Blue Sky just got stagnant, and so it like it's not any different than it was a couple years ago, which is a bit of a shame because it means that it's just lacking features. Which don't get me wrong, it does still have some things that are better. It doesn't have, at least from what I've seen, it doesn't have as much toxicity as Twitter. Thank gosh. But aside, and it seems like it's a kind of become one of those platforms that like artists are able to flourish, which is really nice. But for the most part, it kind of feels like Blue Sky just kind of sits in its like weird spot of existence, which, like I said, is a shame because I feel like if they would have updated it, added the other features that we associate with social media and stuff like that, then it could have been a competitor and even a winner of the modern day social media we all use. But unfortunately, that is not the case because, or at least I don't consider it a challenger in that regard. Because, like I said, there's no way there's just none of the things, quality of life things that people look for on social media. There's no way to save posts. There's no way to go in all this. So it just ended up being really disappointing to see because I feel like it had such promise early on, and then they just kind of never did anything with it, or at least nothing like of substance is the best way I can think to say it. Even though that I don't even think that's quite the right way to say it, but yeah. And again, this could all just be me. Maybe I'm the only idiot that's like, oh yeah, I want to save posts, please. Like saving posts would be nice. But I'm sure there's people out there who don't want to save posts, just as there's me sitting here who wants to save posts. There's always going to be different people like that. But especially because if I remember right, I think they even said, like outright said, that they were going to add like bookmarks and everything. And that was one of the things they were working on back in the when it was getting popular. But now it's just kind of, like I said, stagnant. This is the only way I can say it. But I keep repeating myself, so I'm gonna move on from that topic. So this is really framey. Maybe this isn't a game to stream. I don't know. We'll see how it keeps going. At least not for now. Not until I get a better computer. But yeah, I am really impressed. I say that, but I'm really impressed with my little computer because it's literally like a mini PC. Like it's literally 2 inches by 3 inches in terms of like the size of it. And it only stands at an inch tall. But it's been able to game pretty well. I mean, you guys have seen on these streams that it's able to handle a good amount. It's able to stream and all that. And so, yeah, I have no problems with it, especially on the test stream, because that's why I did the test stream for was to see what the limits were in terms of games I could play versus everything else. I am getting blasted here. There we go. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I tried my PC. But obviously though, even though it can run things pretty good and can stream pretty good, it could always be better. Because that's just the nature of technology. Which is another interesting thing to look at because when you really look at gaming tech and all that, there's really just not much else to go. Like even by the time of the PS4, we already had like extreme, really realistic looking visuals. And because I did research on this, because I was gonna do a video about it eventually, and I found, but yeah, and I found when researching that literally the human eye can only detect between 90. Oh, there's a airplane. Gotta love that. But no, the human eye can only detect like between 90 to 100 frames a second, and so literally going beyond what we see naturally. And I don't even think it was that. I actually think 90 was the limit. I think there was like one person that they found that could actually see 100 frames a second. But for most people, I believe it sat around like the 60, 70 to like 90 range. And so literally, like people talk about all the time. It's like, oh, I need my PC to run 150 million frames a second, and it's like, no, you really don't. You just don't, because the human eye literally can't detect. At most, the most I'll give it is the 120 frames per second, because, like I said, I've actually seen that. Oh, these guys are armored. Hold on. Just blast through armor. Except she's immune to these attacks. You're not immune to this. But yeah, so when you actually look at computer technology, like we are already at a point because originally it was the fact that like everything like looks exactly like real life now, which was back in during the PS4 and Xbox What was the Xbox at that time? The Xbox One? I think so. Yeah, no, so it was the Xbox One and the PS4. And then and from there you already had at that time with those realistic looking graphics or real life graphics. And I mean, I'm sorry, but you can't get much more realistic and awesome and great than literal real life graphics. And that's kind of where gaming is at now, or where they were at during the PS4 and Xbox One. And then from there, it was just a matter of improve. This guy looks okay. Oh, hi. I'm not prepared for this. I mean, he's only level 19, so hopefully I can take him. Takes a ninja to beat a ninja. Apparently. But yeah, so we have already had realistic graphics with that, and then now we're to the point where it was like 1,020,000 frames per second. The best place that they could go was the VR stuff, just because that takes higher processing based on what it is. And I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Um, but yeah, because that just takes higher processing based on what it is, and so you can't really. And but then even then, VR then got perfected, or at least perfected enough to the point that there's not really much more you can do. And so it's kind of to the point now where it's like, okay, what else? Like, what else can you even do? And if I remember right, the head of Nvidia even said that himself, where he was like, yeah, no, there's just nowhere else to go. And so the only place we can go is to diversify into like AI processing and all this. Because literally there's just nowhere else to advance to with at least with modern technology. And frankly, in my opinion, there's just nowhere else to go in general. Because, like I said, the human eye can only see at about 90 frames a second. We already have PCs that can easily do 120 frames per second in real life time. Like, or I mean, with real life graphics. And so it's like, there's really not, there really isn't anywhere else to go. Because, I mean, yeah, you could potentially still improve it. What is. Okay. I don't play this game often, as you guys can probably tell. Whatever chest was there is probably already despawned. But yeah. It's whatever, though. Because people are gonna always be like, "Oh, I could tell the difference. I can tell," and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, go ahead, go off. But you know, and that's the other point too, which is that graphics really shouldn't be the thing that matters when it comes to PCs anyway. But or I mean, not when it comes to PCs, but when it comes to games. When it comes to games, I feel like graphics, while they are something to think about, aren't like the end all be all of what a game should be. Like obviously, because I think more than anything, a game should be focused on, you know, gameplay first. But oh god, one of these idiots. That is not what I. Okay. I meant to switch into my electric girl, but this works. This works fine. I can work with this. For now. Oh yeah, we'll do this. And down. Oh, you fucker. You're all the way up there. Come down and face me, you coward! But yeah. So I think I'm okay with having my PC parts picked out because I do have a PC like that I want to build. It's just a matter of getting the money for the parts and all that. And like I said, since technology is kind of stagnant anyway, I was able to find a build that I can reasonably expect to play pretty much any game there is. I mean, maybe there will be some random exceptions if a game's like horribly unoptimized, but I can't tell what this is actually doing. Well, it's active, I guess, so we'll take that for what it is. Um, oh, there's this one over here too. Is there like another one? I probably stumbled onto something that like I was never supposed to find. At least not with where I'm at in the game. But you know, this looks like an arena. One of those arena challenge things. All the turmoils in the world have their root in human vice. Agreed. Nine pillars we raise here to suppress conflict, that we may never again rise armies against each other. Open the nine pillars. Right. I'm just curious about these. What are these doing here? Are these just decoration? Or, like, what am I supposed to do with them? Uh, yeah, I don't know. Because I activated these, they don't seem to be doing much. Unless they only do something once I've activated the nine pillars, but. Oh, wait, here's the other one. There we go. We found it. Alright. But yeah, so, I don't know. Games are weird. That's the moral of the story. Uh, let's go somewhere else. Where's the map? The map. The map. Actually, no. If we can get here, because I like being able to try and unlock the map. I think that's fun. Okay, so it's this way supposedly. But yeah, so I don't know. The whole graphics thing has always been weird to me. Cause it's like I can play a game that was on PS2 or you know NES and be like, yeah, this is fun. This is cool. But there then those people out there that are like, oh no, if it's anything below 600 frames, like or 60 frames, I'll never even touch it. And it's like, what do you mean? 30 frames was literally the standard in the industry for literal years, almost decades. I am being attacked. I just can't be bothered. I am still heading the right way. I am not. I need to go this way. Alright. So yeah, I don't know. One of those things. The Dinu ruins. I don't know, man. This looks like a tree. All right, we got an exquisite chest. All right. Where are we going? This way. This way. All right then, let's set sail. Literally, because we're taking to the skies. Uh, we're going on a trip. Watch me nay nay, watch me whip. All right. Are we gonna make it? I think we can make it. With a clutch. There we go. Restore stamina. All right. We should be right upon it, according to the map. According to the map, it's just up here, it looks like. Restore stamina a bit, because I don't know how much further we're gonna have to climb. Very pretty music. There it is. What's up, G? I consider myself pretty noble. And there we we go, another portion of the map unlocked. Worship. I have nothing to worship you with. Have fun. Alright, let's go back to the map. I keep trying to use the D-pad to navigate the menu there. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I've navigated all this edge. Yeah, this is how much of a sucker I am for exploration and just looking around. Just traveling the world. I mean, there's still this portion I haven't unlocked. I did unlock this part, though. The part I was probably never supposed to touch right now. Obviously, there's some portions I haven't gotten to yet, but I did unlock a majority of like the main landmass. So, cause yeah, it's this part that I haven't unlocked yet, which I'm pretty sure up here is the electric. No, that's water. Is this the ocean? Yeah, this is the ocean, I think. Cause I just didn't understand. I genuinely just didn't understand what it wanted me to do with exploring the ocean. Um, Chinyu Southern Mountain Liu. Which one's Liu? What's over the whole of Tibet? I forget which one Liu is. I'm sorry. You're probably important. But yeah, no. Here's what we'll do. We'll mark this as where we want to go. And then we'll teleport here, because this should be a warp point. Yep. Oh, God. What have I walked into? Ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm just doing stuff. I'm just running around. Welcome. One's name is Fujin, the local adeptus, and this is the tiny teapot realm one calls home for now. We were still in the mountains just now. How do we suddenly end up? One invited you to come as guests, yet failed to sufficiently explain beforehand. Such behavior was careless, and one begs for you for forgiveness. My God. Paimon's just not sure this counts as an invitation, that's all. So do you just swoosh all visitors to Chinyu Vale? Of course not. Many come and go, but it is only in light of your incredible compatibility with the local spirit veins that I choose to invite the two of you. Me and Paimon. You know us? Your names were carried here by the fish that swim. I have long anticipated your visit. It is a pity that it is now not quite convenient, else I would have invited you to a tea tasting banquet. Speaking of which, I am quite sorry, but I have a request to make of you. Oh God, okay, please speak. Speak! Thank you. I presume the two of you have heard of the tea village of Chenyu Vale, Quyang Village. Quyang Village. This land has been famous for its cool, fragrant water since its ancient times. The people are of gentle character, and the pristine pebbles in its streams are exquisite. I hear a butt coming. Precisely. The waters and soil of Chenyu Vale have begun to change recently, as has the scent of its tea. Quyang Village will inevitably decline, should this persist. One hopes that you two can resolve this disharmony of the soil and water on one's behalf. The water veins are spread across the mountains, but my power is no longer sufficient. Excuse me, nor is the present a good time for me to move about. Thus, I must rely on your kindness and aid. I'll I'll probably get around to it, unless you literally force me to do it now. Can just solve. We aren't exactly experts when it comes to dealing with soil and water. Is there a problem that Austin can just solve by, by resorting to gratuitous violence? Thanks, Paimon. Just as I heard, you are quite direct, but fret not. You are clever by nature. I trust that you shall get to the heart of any problems you might encounter. So I'm not quite getting it, but alright. Though one travels the world, if all is understood, then it would still be boring. Though I'd like to say that this matter and I, well, let us just say that I shouldn't mislead you with superficial statements. My apologies. Well then, allow me to share some of the ad- adeptal energy dwelling in the mortal world with you, Austin, to aid you in traversing the landscape and piercing the fog. Oh right, it's nice to meet you. Eh? I mean, welcome to this place. This is to say, welcome to Chinyu Vale. Thanks. What do you mean welcome? This was clearly a kidnapping. I'm really sorry, but I was quite looking forward to meeting you face to face, and was rather hoping you two would be magnanimous enough to forgive the impropriety. Yes, now that you have been indwelt with my adeptal energy, Austin, things will become much more convenient. Now please try the wonders of said energy for yourself. Alright, here we go then. You may glimpse wondrous pearls of water scattered in the wilds of Chinyu Vale that have absorbed the errant adeptal energy and now float. Use the adeptal energy granted by Fujin to briefly transform into a golden carpfish and enter them. Okay. Oh wait, I just realized, is this a new area? Okay. L1 plus square. Oh, hold on. I gotta wait for it to show. Oh shit. If you see a golden, can you hear me? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go interact with the Statue of the Seven, because that's what I came here for. Holy guacamole! That's a lot of land. A lot of land. Um, okay then. Well, I'm gonna go grab this now, just because it looks empty. Because seriously, look at this. It's just a chunk. How could I leave this here? This is... I have to cleanse this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Spirit. I'm sure what you want me to do is important, but I have other things that need my attention. This place is beautiful, though. Goddamn. Can my computer run this? Apparently. I mean, at least according to OBS, I mean, it's a little choppy, but it's fine. Obviously, though, you guys can tell me if it's completely unplayable or unwatchable. Great. Oh, this is a lot of water. Um... Swim! All I have is a mark on the map telling me where I need to get to land. Goodbye. Goodbye, cruel world. Yeah, no, I should have been paying more attention to my This way. If anyone is a Genshin Impact fan in chat, you guys can tell me, or anyone watching this video when it gets re-uploaded or archived later. You guys can tell me what is the story of Genshin Impact. I'm usually a sucker for story, but I just could not be bothered with this game. I've been too busy exploring. I mean, I know some of it. I did the story beats for Mondstadt, but oh god, oh god, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me. Why aren't you flying? Thank you. Uh, I don't want to just randomly jump in a teapot. I'm still being pursued. Well, frick. Swim. All right. Looks like I can get through here. Yes, I can. Awesome. I should have refilled my stamina while I was in the little living on a prayer. Walk, 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 walk. God darn it. The fun of exploration. I'm gonna have to go back. What the? Okay. There we go. See if we just refilled our stamina properly, like you're supposed to. Uh, but yeah, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, the story. If anyone knows the story of like I know we're trying to like get to our brother, and I know that just because I've seen spoilers, that the brother like turns out to be evil or knows what's really going on or whatever. But I just haven't been bothered to actually like sit down, go through the story progression, or even read the wiki, the wikity wookie. Oh my god! This goddess of the seven statues make me climb. My elbows being itchy too. But I think that's just because it's summer again, so there's mosquitoes and all that good crap. Okay. Back up the mountain we go. Gotta love exploration. Can't even tell how tall this mountain is. Like, I can see a tree up there. That's a long way up, though. Uh, we're going on a trip. Watch me nay nay, watch me whip. I don't know why that's randomly stuck in my head. I haven't listened to that. I think I've only ever heard like other people singing that because they've heard it. Oh my god, it's a mountain goat. Wonder if he yodels. I hope at least some of you get that reference. Oh god. Oh god. We got more mountain to climb. It's gonna be at the top of this goddamn mountain, isn't it? Alright, alright, alright. tiny and alone, but I will find my way back home. Restore our stamina. Because every little bit of stamina is important. Okay, this looks more doable than I was thinking it would be. I swear to gosh, if I climb this mountain, then it's gonna be like a long glide down. Because it's actually in like some random cavernous area. I don't like this music. Where are we? I guess it's uncharted right now, but... Oh, apparently we're at the Chizang Wall. I hope to gosh I'm saying that correctly. We're at the Chizang Wall, everybody. Is that a reference? Is that like meant to be like a Genshin World stand-in for the Great Wall of China? Oh, hey, there's a statue of the Seven. And look at that. It's a long glide. Or at least the glide makes it easier. That's a cool structure. Looks like a dragon head over there. That's kind of cool. Come on, interact with the statue. Yes, I do have myself a noble heart. Oh, come on. Really? Do this, baby steps. I have nothing to offer you. Just like the last couple times. Okay, where is the thing I just unlocked? Down here? What? That purple stuff looks dangerous. I don't trust that for a second. Okay, it looks like this waypoint's gonna be like below me, isn't it? Right here. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. I mean, it looks like it should just be water. Here, I'm gonna make this like my next thing I want to go to. And then just to make it easy, I'm gonna warp back up here, so I can hopefully glide down over to that. So I want to check it. Okay, over here is where I want to go to this time. Try to get close to the mountaintop here. like that path over here overlooks it better. So just cause, I'm gonna go here. Probably a horrible idea knowing my luck, but hey. First time for everything, right? Because of my luck, this is actually going to be like some kind of secret boss fight or some other crap like that. Excuse me again. Jeez. I know I had some tea and stuff, but I mean, it really does seem as though our little missing area is just a bunch of water. I'm gonna go die in it. Just because I want to see. I want to verify that's actually just frickin' water. Okay, so they just genuinely don't want you to go there right now. I guess that's why they don't have any goddess statues there. They're like, don't go here. Please don't go here. It's not finished. Alright, fine, Paimon. That's annoying, though. Okay. Um. Alright then. Well, I guess we'll go unlock these. Go unlock these different places, and then we can go. We'll try and get them. Oh. Where am I? I don't recognize this place. I guess that doesn't matter. Oh, that's right. This is the plant area. I remember the sealed thing there. Am I going the right? Yeah, okay, I'm going the right way. At least to where I want to get to. What? No, I. Did they really make the same gimmick twice? With the fish and then the vines? And then be like, oh yeah, it's different, guys. That's kind of funny. Alright, supposedly it's this way. So is it gonna be another up the mountain type thing? Game. I'm gonna try and interact with this one. Haha! Frick you. Don't have to deal with the enemies. Alright, let's climb. Climbing up the mountain. So how's your guys' day going? That, but I meant to hit the other one. grapple things. Can I just... No? Are those not what I think they are? It seems like they're not what I think they are. I'm gonna try touching them. Why not? Live a little. Bum bum ba dum bum bum. Alright, let's see here. Oh, hi. Hi, friends. Don't mind me, just passing through. You know how it is. Cinnabar Cliff. That's not daunting at all. Why did the game go dark? Is this gonna be another area I'm not supposed to explore? Am I doing a bad? Where's the statue of the set? Whoa, that looks cool. Okay, but the statue of the seven should be right here. Ish. There it is. This looks so cool. This is probably like a story thing that I'm supposed to find like at a point, but it looks so cool. Statue. The chasm. We found the chasm. Nice. Alright. I think I'll get this next one, and then how long we've been streaming. I can't really check, because my mouse is taken up by the game. I think I'll... Oh, well, let's see here. An hour and 12 minutes, or give or take. Alright. It looks like we're trying to get right back out of here? Okay. It's like right this way, it looks like. Oh yeah, it's right there. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Alright. Okay then. I guess Discord can now show through OBS. Gonna have to fix that. Yeah, the world opens itself for those noble hearts. I get it. Alright. Here, we'll do this corner. Because, I mean, look at it. We can just fill in this corner real quick. Maybe we'll just do the map. I don't know. Worship statue? Okay. This way. Doop-a-dip-a-boo. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm being silent a lot. I just genuinely don't have a lot to talk about. I guess I can talk about the fact that I joined the Kingdom Hearts Reddit, which has been an experience, let me tell you. Obviously, I knew fandoms could be toxic, but my gosh, some of y'all need something. I don't know if it's therapy or what. I don't even know if therapy will help you. But you need something. Those of you on the Kingdom Hearts Reddit, which probably doesn't apply to anyone here, but because you're all better than that, right? Viewers of this channel are better than the people on the Kingdom Hearts Reddit. Conserve our stamina a little bit. Okay, now we can go full flown. Running in the grassy hills. I mean, it's just this way. Whoa, giant mech. That is so cool. Statue of the Seven is this way. That is so cool. Look at it. People who have played this game are probably like, yeah, that's nothing. But oh my god, this game is so. Like I said, haven't paid attention to the story really all that crazy much. But god dang, is it pretty to explore. There we go. We filled in the corner. And yeah, there's all this. Which like I said, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is all like the water world or whatever. Or maybe this is the water. No wait, this is where I am now, or this is where I'm expanding to. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll explore it all to not tonight. I don't want to do all that tonight. But we will. I think we'll get these two. We'll get these two, and then we'll call it a night. So from where I'm at now, this would be the closest. Okay. That's a mech. Like, that's a dangerous mech, though. I don't want to deal with that mech. The mech's not as cool. That mech can kill me. uh, Stop on this little perch. Just gonna wait till our stamina reach bills. Spin. Spinny spin. Okay. Skirt go spinny, as they say. Uh-oh. 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 No! Okay, thank God. I didn't actually die. We're gonna try climbing here, because this one seems like it's gonna be shorter. Come on. There we go. Sorry for burping again. Alright. We're making our way, slowly but surely. Sumeru Rose. Very pretty rose. I like that rose. Can I see the statues of someone we're going to from here? Wee woo bee boo. Yeah, I think it's right. I think it's that one right there. I think that's one we're trying to head to. Alright. Sorry about that. Tap the mic as I was trying to adjust my headphones. So close, but so far. We're coming, though. We're coming. We're coming in. We're coming in. We don't stop coming. I need to put down the. I need to take a drink. Throat's getting dry. Alright. There it is. I can see the red glow. I'm coming, my lord. My lord of lords. My lord of lords, god of gods. Need to wait for our stamina to recharge. There we go. I'm coming. I'm coming. When did I take damage? Hold on. I thought I was at full health. Oh my god, I don't care about the fairies right now. I'll probably care later, and then I'll kick myself being like, oh, I didn't get all the collectibles. I should have just grabbed them when I had the chance. But, you know. Right now, I don't care. That's a decent amount. Alright. And like I said, we'll grab this one, and then... Well, actually, we'll see how long it takes. See how long it takes, or if I come up with more things to talk about. If I can find something else to talk about, then maybe we'll keep going. But depending on how far this actually is, because it doesn't seem like it would be that far. Yeah, it seems like it wants us to go in this direction. In this general direction. Let our stamina restore. Gotta love stamina in video games. swabs. Hell yeah. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Took him out. And comparatively, you are nothing. Alright. Let's see what we get. Alright, hi. And actually, you know what? We'll have a different character for a bit. If nothing else, so it's something new to look at. Alright, as we explore. Where am I go? Okay, up there, up there. I had to look at the mini-map for a second. You know, it's a little disappointing she doesn't Naruto run. I gotta say, that's a mech. I don't think it can handle a mech right now. We're just gonna we're just gonna quietly go around it, if that's okay. uh, Alright. Back on track. Looks like we need to head this way now. We're reaching the edge of the area. There it is. Let's go. Come on, Bominos. Alright. Yes, I do have Noble Heart. God. MiHoYo. Why? So unsatisfying. Should I try and enter it? I'm gonna try and enter it. Here, we'll use this as our... In a multi-layered area, after you unlock the corresponding map layer, you can interact with said pins to open the corresponding submap. I didn't read the rest of that. Alright. Back to the map. Okay, I mean, we can just do this too. Never mind, we can't track that. I thought we could track those. Alright. Delete. Just so we know where we're actually heading. What is with the little red things? Oh, they're trying to fire at us. check out this little random area and then we'll be done, I think. Because honestly, I'm a bit tired. Ah, crap. I wasn't paying attention to my stamina. Up a little bit, up a little bit, up a little bit. Okay. Not that I meant to do the run, not the... Jump up a mountain. Leap over mountains in a single bound. I mean, yeah, sure. Okay, seeing a lot of these lily pad thingies. Let me guess, Paimon's gonna be like, don't do this. No. Wait, what? I keep trying to use the D-pad on this menu. I don't know why. Okay. Um... Look, all I really care about is unlocking this part of the map. So... I guess we'll just kind of meander around. See what's up. Poke my head where it doesn't belong. Huh. Alright then. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Alright. So this is like underground. Gotcha. Um... Here, we can get up here. Looks like. I'm gonna wait for a stamina recharge. Alright. What the hell? What the heck? I don't think you're meant to be able to climb out of this. I think you're accident you fall down was the intent. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just go back up. That's fine. We'll just go back up the normal way, I guess. Be boring. I'm just looking for a goddess statue. Or like anything that would give us the map for this area. Unless the whole idea is that you don't have a map. Like it's like a Lost Woods kind of situation. Where you're not meant to be able to have a map to navigate yourself. Well, this seems promising. Messily written note. So Arama decides to write things down like Nara does. Although Arama does not easily forget things like Nara does, or can't share memories as Nara, it is also very interesting. Okay. Hmm. I mean, I'm just not seeing anything that would. Like, I'm not seeing the red light of the goddess statue or anything like that. And this is where we were before, I'm pretty sure, yeah, because that's the tunnel down. Oh, wait, there's one, I think. Well, it's a waypoint teleport. Weird, it's not listed on the map. Okay. Okay, so yeah, now you come into here. And the intent would be you to go down here, I'd assume. Hmm. Because going down there. Hmm. Because if they set the waypoint on the path, I'm assuming they'd set like the way you're supposed to get the map or whatever. gonna try something with this. Okay. Air ability cooldown. Huh. No? Okay, so that's not reacting to really much of anything. Hmm. Alright, doesn't seem like this is particularly available, at least not in terms of getting a map. Which is all I was looking for right now, so I suppose if that's not available. What is this? Okay, so now I have to restart. Oh, okay, it's a puzzle. I understand now. Okay. So do this, 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 and then all the way to the end. And then I can harvest this, which gives me a chest. Solid reasoning. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Yeah, no, I just don't think anything's available over there. Maybe I'm wrong, but. Excuse me again. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm going to cap it for streaming tonight. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.